All right, Geezer Gear, not Geezer Gear, golf my way. We're talking about fast hands. I have them. I have super fast hands. Some people told me they've never seen fast hands like me. Okay. What does that mean? That means that in transition, I manipulate the club up here, so by the time the club comes down here, the face is closed. I'm cutting the ball because my swing path is out there going, it's an out and in. I cut the ball and I'm going to slice the ball every time, no matter what club I use, including the putter. I'm going to slice the ball with the putter, and that's going to result in what? It's going to result in a push to the right. And I would push the ball to the right of the cup every time. Not pull it, push it. Because I was cutting across the ball with the putter. So how do you fix that? In my case, I didn't fix it. What I did was I started to really look at what I was doing. I took video. I had people take video. I was practicing a slow motion. I was trying to really pin down what I was doing. And then I said, well, let me work on this from the backwards forward. I'll do my hands last. Well, where's the other floor? The other floor is in the setup. The other floor was in the takeaway, and the other floor was in the mechanics of the swing. And then the last floor is the fast hands. So I fixed setup, I fixed takeaway, I fixed swing mechanic moves, but I was still slicing the ball. Why? Because I had not fixed fast hands. But I had realized why I'm slicing the ball. It's the combination of the four things. Okay, I had four major flaws. I was working on all three at the same time, but fast hands, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do with fast hands. And then one day, I just discovered it. Nobody pointed out to me. Nobody told me how to fix it. Well, I really can't say nobody told me, because I did share with you about the Golf Angel. But see, I don't know if the Golf Angel was real. I don't know if I was hallucinating a Golf Angel or she was actually there in person and shared it with me. I couldn't really tell you, because other people knew of the Golf Angel, but they didn't know who she was. They couldn't tell me who she was. So they're hallucinating too? I don't know. Jefferson County golf driving range. That's where she was at. She just appeared and told me about fast hands. I didn't believe it, but later on, as I started to dive into fast hands, it started to make sense. So I don't want to give her credit. I mean, I have to give her credit because she was the first person to point it out. But see, I don't know. Was I hallucinating? Were the other people hallucinating? Was somebody actually there? Were they pulling a prank on me? I don't know. But we'll just keep going with it. Okay, so what I did was, I said, well, if I change my setup, if I change how I set up to take away the club, and if I could hold my hands to a certain position throughout the swing, and then in another position, let my hands go at a certain point in the impact zone, I could use that speed to my advantage, right? So let me get a club here so I can show you what I'm talking about. Oh. All right, Fitzy, I'm gotta get a wedge here, right? One of the wedges, anyhow. We'll get the utility wedge here. All right. You stay right there. I'm not gonna do anything with the golf club, Fitzy. You would love when I hit those rubber golf balls because you chase them all around here. Here's that. All right. So here's the golf club. Okay. Ah, damn it. All right. So what I decided to do is when I set up, okay, I would turn the golf club open anywhere between 1 to 6 degrees. I figured out about where I could lay it down open. Okay, got it, laying it down open. And I would take it back and hold it in that open position. Okay? So I'm holding it open. And I started to practice that in my swings. Just taking it back, holding it open, taking it back. I talked about the golf mitt where I take the club face into the golf mitt, the imaginary golf mitt that's down there, right? Which is down there because you're extending your arm all the way down there, okay? And I'm taking the face and I'm putting it in the catcher's mitt in the open position. And then when it hits the catcher's mitt, I go up over my shoulder. That's how I was practicing my swing. To keep the club either, which I talk about, I don't have the ball out, the basketball, it's either parallel to the basketball or outside of the basketball. It's never inside. It's never back here. Because if you bring the club back here, if you come this way, right, you're dead. Has to be equal to the ball or on the outside when it goes up over your shoulder. Because if you go up over your shoulder inside, that's a no-no. Okay? So I do that. I started practicing that type of takeaway. A type of takeaway until I got that takeaway almost automatic. Right? I'm holding it open into the catcher's mitt, up over my shoulder. Holding it open. All right, so now I'm holding it open. Well, when I'm coming back, I got to hold it open. Because if I manipulate it up here again and let my hands take over, it's going to do what? We're going to go from an open position and my hands are going to close the club face. And then I'm going to come down from an outside position with a closed club face, right? I'm going to toe strike the ball, but I'm going to wind up slicing it. I can't do that. That's a no-no. So I'm starting to work on that. I'm working on a takeaway. But I got super fast hands. I got to keep the club face open. So how long can I keep the club face open? I started to do that. Had a bucket of balls. I'm doing it. How long can I go? Well, I'm in the impact zone. I got to close the club face. I can't leave it open because if I hit the ball with an open club face, I'm going to do what? Because I got the wrong path, I'm going to slice the ball. I'm going to pop the ball up, I'm going to slice the ball. You're going to get a slice that way too. You're going to get it on a closed toe hit, out to in swing is a slice. You're going to get a slice if you hit it with an open club face. Or worse, you're going to hit it hot and you're going to hit it flush on the bottom and you're going to get a hot shot. You don't know what you're going to get. So, I start experimenting. Where in my swing do I let my hands take over? Where in my swing do I not even think about it? There's got to be a trigger. There's a trigger. And I found it. I found the spot. As soon as this club face, and I hold in an open position, As soon as this club passes this foot, my trail leg, as soon as it passes my trail thigh, I let my hands go. I don't hold the club for it. I don't hold it anymore. My hands are so fast that, what do you think happens? Solid contact. It's solid contact. Because I'm letting my hands take over. I'm in an open position. My hands are so fast, it closes, but it catches the ball, toe strike, flush. Flush. 3, 4, and 5 grooves. 3, 4, and 5 grooves. It's catching it 3, 4, and 5. Perfect in the middle. And I'm hitting shots I never hit before in my life. And then what's happening? I'm getting the full benefit of the club I'm using, whatever club I'm using. I'm getting the full distance because I'm hitting the ball flush in the middle. What a revelation. It was so good. The next day I took out 200 balls. I hit 200 balls between 30 to 100 yards. Flush. Never did it before in my life. Flush. I was like, look at this. Look at this. I can't wait. So I took a hybrid out. Now, I had distance. I had a place I could go hit a hybrid. I have to add a wait till everybody cleared out. Went there, and I was booming the hybrid, 150 yards, 170 yards, between 180 and 150 yards, no problem. Boom, boom, boom. I couldn't wait to get to the driving range. Take out a 3-wood. I was hitting the net with the 3-wood. Boom. The guys are like, what's going on with you? Where'd you learn to do this? I didn't say anything. Boom, boom. So I said to the owner, I said, can I hit a driver here? He goes, you are hitting. Where you're hitting the ball now is the driver net, but you got a 3-wood. How are you doing that? Yeah, how am I doing that? So I take out the driver. The ball's gone. The ball's not even in the net. It's over the net. Gone. In the pond. I'm watching the splashes in the pond. Hey man, you can't do that. You got to get to a lesser club. What are you doing? Anyhow, how are you even putting it there? I got pros here can't put it there. I don't know. Just hitting the ball. I'm trying out something new. Damn. What have you done? I'm not going to tell anybody. It's a long video about golf. Trying to take the sting out of my hand. So I appreciate you hanging with me, but this is what goes on. And I'll talk more in depth about this fast hands and all this stuff. Because you see, I don't have eye-to-hand coordination. I had to teach myself how to play. And I had to do it through a lot of research, a lot of investigation, a lot of trial and error, a lot of practice. But I did teach myself how to play. And let me tell you something. Most of my life, I was 150 strokes. Sometimes 120, 130, 140, mainly 150 strokes for 18 holes. I got to tell you something. Those scores are 65, 62. My lows were 62, 65, 67. Par golf, under par golf. Instead of taking 4 or 5 hours to play, it took me 3 hours to play. Do you know what? That is goddamn fucking beautiful. And you know, it's all on me because it took me so many years until I finally got so pissed off. I'm feeding money to these guys. I got all my money back. I got it all back. And made some. Got it all back. I realized how people would cheat. How they would go into a bunker, have a ball in their hand, swing, throw the ball up. right? Bend down to, how he would cheat on putting the tokens down, how do you cheat on the card, what'd you get, 5? Because 5 times 18 is 90, you break 90 all the time, you break 100 all the time. Exposed to it all. And you know what? I taught myself how to play. I conquered it. I don't play much anymore because I had 2 serious accidents that have actually impeded my golf. And what do I mean by that? I had a serious accident where my body put back more bone on the right side of my body. What does that mean? This wrist is fused. Okay? I can't drop the club back in the slot for the leg. It's impossible to do. The other thing is, the way my arm is, I can't return to the same plane. It's impossible. I can get close, but I can't return to the same plane. So I have to do compensation moves for that. I'll still play. I still enjoy it. But I tell you, I don't miss 150 swings around. Would you? Thanks for tuning in.